Hi, I'm Elise Hope with BlackAmericaWeb.com. I'm here with Grammy Award-winning artist Miguel. How's it going?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Now, I see you're back on the music scene. What have you been up to since you've been on hiatus?
I've just been creating essentially. Yeah, not really hiatus for me.
Okay.
But yeah, taking time to just gather inspiration and figure out, my moves for the next few years.
Okay.
See what I wanted to do, but always creating, staying creative,
Always doing something.
Yeah.
Okay, now I see you have a new hairstyle. What is the inspiration behind that?
Just life,
Okay.
just change.
I like it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Me too.
Now, you have a new song called Skywalker that's out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you a Star Wars fan?
Definitely
Okay.
a Star Wars fan. Yeah.
Can you tell us about the song?
Yeah, Skywalker is just about staying positive, essentially, and just staying on your own frequency and not
Okay.
allowing any negative energy to kind of pull you down.
Okay.
Keeping your confidence. I think it's easy to get overwhelmed by comparing. You know what I mean? Because we have things like Instagram where you can
Yeah.
easily see what everyone is doing, and it's easy to kind of to be pulled off of your own focus.
Right.
With things like that, and so. I just kind of wanted to write a feel-good song.
It is a feel-good song.
Thank you. Yeah.
I love it.
And that's pretty much the inspiration.
Now, is this song a part of a new project that you're working on?
I'm definitely working on a new I'm working on a couple projects, to be
Okay.
honest with you. But the next project that I'll release is called War and Leisure.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I like that
Skywalker
name.
will be on that. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how would you describe your music journey since you first came out in 2010 to now?
Oh man, fun. It's been a learning experience, and more than anything, just a major blessing, I suppose, is the
Absolutely.
best way to describe it. Just because, there's so many people, talented people, who are fighting just to do what they love, and I've been blessed to connect with enough people along the way where I get to do this every day. So I'm just taking it a day at a time and enjoying it and being appreciative.
Now, you have wrote some banger songs. Adorn, How Many Drinks, just to name a few. What is your favorite song?
Oh man, that changes every day. Every song of mine is a favorite for a reason. I mean, Adorn is always gonna be a favorite. I mean, the first album, Sure Thing,
Oh,
My
yeah.
Peace, Quickie, All I Want Is You, of course. The songs like The Hard Way on that album.
See, the list can go on and on.
Yeah, Arching Point off of Kaleidoscope Dream, Use Me off of Kaleidoscope Dream, Drugs. I mean, there's a lot. And off the last album, Wild Heart Leaves is a favorite of mine, Face the Sun.
It's funny you mentioned drugs. I was at a wedding and they walked out to drugs on
Really?
your song. Yeah.
It's a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting because like sometimes I listen to music for the way it makes me feel, and then I catch the lyrics after. And other songs I catch the lyrics first. But I've found that song is one of those songs that it doesn't even matter what the words are saying. It's just the way it makes you feel. And I've heard that before, So yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Now, if you would have to write a song about what you're going through right now, what would it be? Or what would the name be?
Oh man, songs about what we're going through. I think I just turned 32.
Oh, okay.
So I guess right now I'm really reflective and appreciative of just all the sacrifice that my friends and my family have made on my behalf and to support me in every way that they could, be it just by their energy or their presence or their attention. It would be something about that, how thankful I am, really.
All right.
Yeah.
And now, is it true that you come from a musical background?
Well, I come from a musical family.
Okay.
My family's, both sides of the family love music.
Okay.
And I always had music playing in the house. Whether it was the Temptations or Smokey Robinson, or if it was Queen and Jimi Hendrix. It kind of spans like a pretty broad range. So I was always around music.
Yeah.
And on my mother's side of the family, everyone is super talented, loves to dance, loves to sing. On my father's side, my father loves to play and loved to play guitar growing up. So any family gatherings, it would be, him playing guitar and the whole family singing. So I grew up around a pretty awesome, mixture of music, and I think that definitely has made its way to my music.
Now, you recently just took a trip home to Mexico for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
It was amazing. It was moving because, here I am in a place I've never been before.
Right.
And meeting people that I've never met before, but I feel connected to them like we've known each other for our whole lives, or they've known me since I was a child, And I think that says a lot about our spirit and, our bloodline, and just being, how connected and how deep that really runs, beyond whatever science may say it is.
Yeah.
I think there's a spiritual thing there. So it was really life-changing for me.
Now, would you do a Latin-inspired type album?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I'm working on doing a version of this next project also in Spanish.
Cool.
With some changes, but yeah, that it's the same songs, majority of the same songs with in Spanish. Yeah.
I'm sure your family will appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, on a more serious note, you recently did, I believe, a concert in regards to like immigrant detention.
It was a protest.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a protest on behalf of the imprisonment. I don't want to say the detention, because I think the narrative is being driven to for us to hear this word detention centers.
Right.
They're jails.
Right.
They really are jails, and it's along with some people who deserve to be there. There are a few people, but the majority of them, or a large population of them, are people who have contributed to society, who have families and have families who are family members that are citizens here, that were born here in the States, and they're being torn from their families, from their jobs, from their ways of life, and being held almost to the point of some for years. I met someone who more recently was released from one of these jails and had been there he was Nigerian, he wasn't Latino.
Okay.
9.5 years he spent there, trying to tell his story and to gain the resources to be able to fight his case. And luckily for him, he was able to be released. But there's so many people with these stories, people who are here to change their lives and really contribute, but for whatever reason are being detained, and they're making it hard for them to fight their case. It's something like 75 to 80% of these people, if they have legal representation or can find legal representation, are released. But it's so hard for them to just get word out to family members, or just to legal representation to be represented, and they're not given the same rights that civilians are here in the States. When you're incarcerated or when you're arrested, you have a right to an attorney, you have a right to remain silent, you have these rights. But these undocumented people are not given those same rights. They're not given the right to an attorney. They're not given these things, and so they have to figure out on their own how to acquire these things. And it's really sad when you hear children who have parents that have been pulled from their families, and now the children have to figure out a way of life on their own. And it feels inhumane, and I think there's just a better way of doing it. I don't think that there's I understand the reasoning behind deporting people who shouldn't be here, but I think there's a lot of people being exploited because they don't know the process, they don't speak English, they don't know they just don't know, and it's really unfortunate that these private jails are really making money off of innocent lives. So so I had an opportunity to go learn about it, and to lend my voice to kind of help bring some positive energy to the people who are fighting for their lives, or family members that are fighting for the lives of their fathers or mothers or cousins or whoever it is that's been jailed.
Yeah. Do you plan on supporting more causes like this?
Yeah, I think I maybe not so much in the light. It just so happens that this was being covered, but yeah, I think it's important for all of us to figure out things that we care about and to just give our energy to it. I think it just helps in the overall ethos of humanity and just our empathy for each other. I think
Right.
the more and more we show that, the more we inspire others to do that on their own, and we need that more than anything now.
I agree.
You feel me?
Now, on a lighter note, your fans really want to know this. This is serious, okay?
All right.
I gotta ask you this. Now, Reese's Cups or M&M's?
Peanut M&Ms all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biggie or Tupac?
Ooh.
This is important.
I grew up listening to both, so I mean, if it's for feeling, I'm listening to Tupac. But if it's
Okay.
for lyrics, I'm listening to Biggie.
All right. All right, last but not least, Coke or Pepsi?
Coca-Cola all day.
What?
Yeah,
Hold
Coke
on.
all day, yeah. Especially Mexican Coke. Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta have that after carne asada, which I rarely eat now, but
I'll let you make it.
Coca-Cola all
All
day.
right.
Yeah.
Well, Miguel, thank you so much for stopping by.
It's my pleasure.
For more information on Miguel and his new single, Skywalker, please visit blackamericaweb.com. I'm your host, Elise Hope.